Shout out to Tumbleweed Coffee. That's me.
Hello, this is Aaron. Tumbleweed Coffee.
Where we at? Shout out.
Today we're going to be roasting coffee at home on a popcorn roaster. Popcorn popper. I have it warming up already here. I'm roasting on a Poppery original. It's a 1500 watt opposed to the Poppery 2, which I believe is like a 1250 watt. So that's going to be less heating on your coffee. Poppery 1, I ended up scoring it on eBay for 50 bucks. You can probably find it for a lot cheaper if you were to wait or just find it at a thrift store or something. You'll find them there. So if you watch other videos, you've probably heard about this also. When picking your popcorn popper for roasting at home, just check out the inside vents there, the fins. You want to make sure the fins are the ones that are on the side, which rotate your hot air instead of the one hole at the bottom, which just shoots up one straight stream of air. While we're on that, so technically what we're roasting on is a fluid air bed roaster. So it's a fluid bed roaster opposed to a drum roaster, which is like the typical coffee tumbling in a drum. So the things you're going to be needing is your popcorn popper here. You need your coffee. I have some Ethiopian coffee here. This is also some Sumatran. I'm going to be measuring out in a cup, stirring it at some point. A scale, so I'm going to turn that on and zero it out. We're going to be doing 4 ounces, but you can also eye level it, check it by the just filling it up to where the aluminum stops on the inside, or pouring until the coffee stops spinning, stops agitating. You want it to start spinning really slowly. So I'm going to go ahead and measure that out right now. Got my stickers blowing around. Just take note of the temperature, because right now it's about a 65, not quite 70, but the temperature is very important on these things because we're sucking up air from the bottom. So any hotter, your roast would go really quickly. Any colder, your roast would be stalling. I actually ruined a batch of coffee roasting in like 20, 30 degree temperature one night just because I wanted to and I had just gotten it. But the coffee sat too long and it didn't taste very good. Anyway, we want a timer and a colander for cooling after the fact. All right, so I got 4 1/4 ounces measured out. I'm gonna go ahead and pour that in here now. It's been warming up for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Get my timer ready, one moment. Timer's not incredibly important. It is good to keep track of it, but what's really more important is your attention. You just want to pay attention to what's going on, listening, watching the color changing, and I like to roast at a really high heat, really fast roast for like high acidity. It's tasty coffee. We're roasting an Ethiopian here. That's what you want to do. All right, I'm going to drop it in now and hit the start button. Poured it in slowly. I'm going to give it a little bit of an agitation here. It's actually starting to drizzle just a bit out here. Overcast skies, but it'll be all right. Already at 30 seconds, start to smell. It smells really earthy, really grassy at this point. And what's important also when you're filling up the chamber here is to stay consistent with what you put in there every time. That way your times from one batch to the next are consistent. It's recommended you have like a bamboo or some sort of wooden stirring spoon. I got a metal stirring spoon, but something wood which won't heat up, burn your hand. It doesn't get too hot, but hot enough. I like to give it a little bit of a stir to release the shaft during first crack. That's when it all starts shooting out of there, and give it a good stir. And that's a good way to not have any in your final product. So, but first crack happens between like 375 and 380 degrees. I hope that's right. Y'all can comment on there and call me out if that's wrong.
Definitely see the change in color of the beans. Here's a bit of the original beans, side by side.
25 seconds into the roast.
Dropping those back in there.
First crack. Normally it happens around 2:30, 2:45.
Probably going to be getting first crack here pretty soon. There it is, boom. Yep, that's 225. If you've noticed, I'm cutting between two roasts. This is the second roast here, and the second roast will roast a little bit quicker because this thing's had a good chance at warming up.
Just want to clear all that out of the way so it doesn't get sucked up into the air vents that are on the bottom. Now that we're into first crack, it's really important that you don't leave your coffee at this point, because you have about 1.5 to 2 minutes before we hit second crack. And I like to roast just at second crack, or even before second crack, which I believe is a city or a full city roast. Somewhere like that. The whole process on the a fluid bed roaster is a lot quicker than a drum roaster. You're producing batches of coffee within 5 to 7 minutes instead of 10 to 12 minutes or whatever. All right, first crack is over. So at this point, most of your shaft is off there. Got good color.
There it is, that's second crack. So I'm going to go ahead and dump this here. It's going to be hard to do with the camera, but here it goes.
The smell has definitely changed from the earthy smell we had earlier.
Lost a couple of beans, but here it is.
This coffee a little bit more.
And I'm giving this a good shake, let it cool down.
We're at 4 minutes, 30 seconds.
Switch this, get it off. And it's just blowing up right now.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull it around 5, or as soon as I hear second crack. Probably pull it sooner. Here we are. 5 minutes. It is. There's second crack at 4:51. Pouring that into my colander here for cooling. And I've done the modification where you can switch one wire, and then you have control of your airflow and heat independently, which I didn't use on this demonstration, but there it is, fresh coffee. And what you want to do is let this hang out. This is getting really hot. What you want to do is let this chill basically for 24 hours. I mean, let it degas. It's going to be releasing some carbon dioxide, CO2. Pulling out a few beans here. Call them Quakers, I believe. Beans that don't quite roast right. Pour this onto the secondary cooling tray because this is way hot. There it is. A rapid cool down. That's a good method. I used to have a fan that I would put under here, but at this point I don't. I just give it a shake, or you can pour it in between two colanders, which works really well. All right, well there you have it. Got fresh roasted coffee. I'm gonna go ahead and do about 2 or 3 batches, and that's gonna fill me up. Maybe we'll say 3 cups. Your coffee's gonna be reducing weight. All right, here we go.
All right, now we're gonna take our fresh roasted coffee. Inside the kitchen. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. If you like what you saw, please leave a comment, subscribe, or hit that thumbs up button. If you want to learn more about the Tumbleweed Coffee Bus project, check out www.coffeeb.us, Coffee Bus. Or if you want to see what my friends and I are up to, check out social.us, that's SOTIAL.us. Thanks.